Mr. Knightley. You must have had a shocking walk.
Not at all, sir. It's a beautiful evening.
You must have found it very damp and dirty.
Dirty, sir. Look at my shoe.
Bill Nighy is one of our favorite British actors. He always brings an interesting twist to the characters that he plays. So when he is basically the comic relief in the new film based on Jane Austen's Emma, you know it's going to be enjoyable, and it's fun interviewing him.
Did you always want to be an actor?
Not really, no. I wanted to be a writer. I ran away to Paris when I was 16 in order to be like Ernest Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, James Joyce, and Ford Madox Ford, or anybody who'd been in Paris in the 1920s.
Yes.
And then I met a girl who was going to drama college, and she said, "Why don't you go too?" And she was the first girl who'd ever paid any attention to me, and I overreacted catastrophically. I didn't last very long. I lasted about 3 weeks. But in that window, she wrote the letter and everything to a drama school, and I got in.
Your character is maybe serves as a foil in this particular case, but as usual, you give it an interesting twist. We just like watching. It's very underplayed. Let's try that. It's very underplayed what you do.
Thank you.
How did you approach it? How did you see him?
Well, I had long discussions, as I say, with Autumn de Wilde, the director. He's officially a valetudinarian. A valetudinarian is somebody who's obsessively concerned with other people's health, as opposed to a hypochondriac who is obsessively concerned with their own. In other words, he's a kind of, he's an obsessive, and I guess he is what you'd call uptight and anally retentive and mixed up, and a control freak. And I think he feels obscurely responsible for his daughter's control issues. This is just me thinking, I don't know. So how did I approach it? Well, I just try to tell the story as much as I can. Autumn de Wilde, the director, who is remarkable and whose first film this is, who's from California, she was very keen to feature what she called screwball comedy element, which is why one of the reasons why she introduced two footmen, Angus and Edward, who play my footmen.
Yes.
They were there for comic purposes, as you probably spotted, for comic purposes. And generally speaking, she wanted the comedy to be played out. Having read the book, she recognized Jane Austen as a satirist and as a comic writer. So she wanted that side of things to be featured, as well as the romantic thing.
Bill, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Patrick Stoner.
See you later.
Flicks with Patrick Stoner explores the craft and culture of filmmaking that enhance our communities for television stations and websites around the country.
I'm Patrick Stoner. Watch more interviews by subscribing to WHYY.